Leo. What is up, Leo? I hope you are having a fantastic week so far. It's nearly Friday, so wait, it is Friday. So today, actually, I have the drawing on for my free tarot reading, and if you want to get in on that, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. I will be doing a giveaway every month, and I just want to thank you guys so much for getting me to 100 subscribers. We're at 111 now. I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think I was going to be like this stoked over 100 subscribers, but you guys made it possible, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's go into your astrology and your tarot cards. And I just want to start this off with this is really for the astrology wise, it's mainly for your rising sign, but if you're born during the day, then you can go by your sun sign, or if you're born during the nighttime, you can use your moon sign. So it really depends on whatever you want. So it's completely open to you, or you can treat this as a pick a card and just, randomly pick a sign to whatever sign influences you to sparks your intuition, that kind of thing. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this. So what we got going on today? Well, today is the 6th, so we have the moon opposite all this energy, all this interesting energy. Sorry, I gotta get my chart out here. I'm all disorganized. Oh my goodness. So yeah, all this stellium of energy right now is happening. I think for you, it's in your what would that be? It would be your 6th house of health and stuff. So this is like your kind of like your subconscious emotions playing on your health, on your daily routine. So you could be feeling really heavy around this time. You've been feeling it for the last little while, but especially as we come into this final stretch of this major stellium moving out of Capricorn and into your 7th house with your relationship. So it's not the best time, but you know what? All this energy is proving to transform you into something greater than you once were. So this energy will also be square Mercury, which will be in, I think it'll still be in Libra at this time. So yeah, that is let's take a look at the chart here. I'm sorry, it's so disorganized, just trying to get all these done. So yeah, we got here Leo, perfect. So yeah, we got Virgo. We got Mercury in. We got Mercury in the 3rd house, and that's your communication. So this is like this is your communication. So you could be getting a little bit more specific about things, maybe a little bit more detail oriented over this next little while, just because of this square to the major stellium of planets here. And so yeah, you could, it's kind of like a challenge to look at the big picture and make sure that things are kind of settled within your subconscious, which is kind of a difficult thing to do. But look at the things that are like hidden in your life, and look at where maybe there's some like energy leaks, or maybe you're just missing out on things. Leo, you are the most regal of signs, so you are in control of all of this, of course, but maybe there's something that's been hidden from you, even hidden from like you hiding things from yourself. So maybe this is kind of like some time to do a little bit of shadow work, is what I'm getting. And yeah, okay, well, let's move on. We don't really have a whole lot going on until the 10th, which is the last conjunction between Pluto and Jupiter, which, if you look at the pandemic numbers, it's really closely related to every time. This will be the 3rd time that the third time that Jupiter and Pluto have conjunct during this last year, and every time the pandemic numbers have risen. So you might see a rise around the 10th, and some more fear based around that. But then once that's done, we'll be moving out of that energy, and there shouldn't be any more crazy rises unless some other stuff happens, which I don't think there is. I think we've already seen the worst of it, but we are moving into a new age. So buckle your seatbelts, of course, for the end of the year when we have this final Jupiter-Saturn conjunction into Aquarius, which will be the age of Aquarius. It's like the crappy song. Really deserve a better song. Anyways, so also Mercury will be going into Scorpio, which is your 4th house of emotions and the home. So you could, getting a little bit more communicative about your home life, about how you feel about things, and kind of getting everything in the open and diving deep and realizing you know what? It's time for a change, time for a transformation, time to move on from something. And yeah, just figure out where that energy is going for you, because it feels like right now things are a little bit, maybe a little bit heavy for you, Leo, which isn't typical, but yeah, I mean, this is all this crazy energy in your 6th house of like your health and stuff, so I don't blame you. Also on that day, we're gonna have a Venus-Mars opposition, and that's gonna be from your 9th house of beliefs to your more receptive house of your communication and like just like travel and all this kind of stuff, and like learning new skills. So Mars is really like your beliefs are being attacked by Mars. I mean, it's kind of been that way for the last little few months too, because of the Mars in retrograde. So yeah, just be aware of that. There's still some wounding going on, especially with Chiron still in your 9th house there. So make sure you're giving yourself a break and don't be too caught up in ego. Maybe do some meditation, kind of get it over your head. All right, I think that's about it. We got a moon aspecting Venus, and then Mercury, of course, on the 12th and 13th. It'll be conjunct, so a little bit of a rise in those energies, so like beautification and a little bit of relationship stuff, and also communication as well. All right, so let's get into your tarot reading. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of your guys' love and support. It's been amazing. So we're gonna go with where you are right now, what you got coming up for this week, and we'll go into messages from Spirit, jump into the Sacred Symbols deck, and we'll jump into a rune at the very end if you want to stick around for that. All right, so what do my lovely Leos, where are my lovely Leos right now? Where are they? We got the Ace of Swords that popped out here. So the Ace of Swords reversed, it's like, it's hard to get your ideas off the ground right now, it feels like. Feeling a little bit stuck, like maybe like a stick in the mud. Things don't feel like they're moving forward as well as they could be. Maybe you're being a little bit too self-critical as well. Let's see what other energy, what is, oh, thank you. Clarification on this energy is the Knight of Wands. So this is some, like, it feels like you're lacking passion, and it feels like you can't move towards this. So what's going on? It feels like you're almost paralyzed. We got the 3 of Wands in the reverse position. Yeah, it feels like you're not making any progress. I don't think that's true, but it definitely feels like this. Let's see what is the situation here? What is the situation? Okay, well, we got a bunch of cards. I don't think I can take all these. No, I can't. Okay. Let's get one card for the situation, the Lovers. Interesting. Okay. I mean, do you have, is there something kind of weighing you down? Are you looking at all of the, maybe you're being too detail oriented, like too discerning, and you're caught up in how you think things should be, and it's kind of got you, you know, stuck in a detail world where you can't really see the forest through the trees, as it were. And I feel like here you are using your mind. You're using, like, you know, the power of masculine and feminine to like reach some sort of perspective. But I feel like it's almost like this is a Gemini energy, but I'm picking up this. It's kind of like Libra sort of indecision here, and it's kind of, it feels like it's pushing you towards inaction almost. Like, I don't know why that's happening for you, Leo. Let's get one more card. Can I get a clarification on the Lovers? What are they trying to discern? The Queen of Coins. So yeah, this is your self-worth. All right. So yeah, make sure like you're coming out of this week, you're coming out of this energy this week. Let's see how it will go. But yeah, this is definitely about your self-worth, and make, like, you know what? As long as you're valuing yourself, everything else will follow suit. So keep in that high vibration of knowing your self-worth. Like, you've worked so hard already. So if you're encountering like a little bit of a bump in the road, I mean, we have all kind of had a big, like, brick wall this year with everything, so I don't blame you. But remember your self-worth, and remember that you can decide to take whatever direction you want, because you embody the masculine and the feminine energies, and as long as you're keeping those balanced, like, you'll be okay. All right, so let's go into what's going to come up for you this week. What themes are coming up for you this week? What themes are coming up for? Okay, we got a couple cards here. The 8 of Swords in the reverse position. So this is letting go of some sort of fear or like a mental dis-ease. Of course, disease is dis-ease. So with the Eight of Swords in reverse position, especially with the Fool here, I feel like you're giving up on some sort of foolish energy. Not to be confused with the good aspects of the Fool. I'm saying you're letting go of some idiotic energy. Like somebody like either came to you with some stupid idea or something that had you weighed down, but you're like, you know what, I don't need this. I don't need this crap in my life. And you're Leo. You decide you are the regal king or queen of your life, so you can decide, you know what, I'm not afraid of, I don't need fear in my life. Like none of these, if you look on this card, there's no hilts, there's no you know, there's no handles on those swords, so they're unfounded, they're ungrounded fears, and you're realizing that, and you're letting those bonds go to fear, and it's allowing you to release this foolish energy that you don't need at all. So let's see what the underlying energy of this Fool is. Who is this Fool? Okay, this Fool is somebody who is stuck in the past. So this could be somebody from your past, or no, I feel like this is somebody from your past that you're letting go of whatever anxiety that you've been feeling about it, but they're still stuck in the past, so they could be holding on to it. But the Chariot came up, so this is really like, you can take it whatever direction you want to go. If you want to go back into this relationship or whatever this is, that's up to you, but you need to make sure that your mind, body, and spirit is in alignment so that you can actually move forward in a direction without being torn asunder. You know, because like this, in the typical Rider-Waite, you have the two Sphinx and they're facing different ways. Well, the Chariot, he has this little square representing like his soul on it. So he operates from his soul, and he moves with his willpower. He gets these Sphinx, or these, in this case, horses, to move in the direction that he wants. But if he's ungrounded, or he's not altogether decided on something, well, he's just gonna get torn apart by the Sphinxes, because they're powerful. And so yeah, it's a powerful time for change for you, Leo, and it's really about, you know, making up your mind. Like, what do you really want, and what is going to be your ultimate happiness, right? All right, so let's go into your messages from Spirit. What is Spirit trying to tell Leo this week? What does Spirit want Leo to know? What does Spirit want Leo to know? What does Spirit want Leo to know? Oh, thank you. Seven of Cups. I feel like you need to look for, I feel like Spirit's being like, hey, you need to look at what options you have available. It feels like maybe you're just stuck on thinking like, you know what, I only have this option. Like, life is hard, I'm stuck, I don't know what to choose, it just feels like blah. But you know what, you have so many more options. You're the queen, you're the king of the kingdom. You are the solar energy, so you can really, you know, go after whatever the heck you want to go after, and it will be yours. But you need to kind of open your mind to the possibilities before that can happen. Otherwise, you're just going to be operating from this lens of everything sucks. And when you operate from that lens, then everything does suck. So maybe it's time to put on the rose-colored glasses and start seeing opportunities where you may have never seen them before. All right, so let's see what else is coming up for you. Oh, got the Seven of Swords. All right, so yeah, this is like, you know what, taking what's yours and just, you know what, piecing out. That's what it kind of feels like with the Seven of Swords. You know, he's like grabbing. You can see he's grabbing whatever he can and kind of like taking off. And that's the Rider-Waite impression as well. Like, he's stealing all these swords from the knights. It kind of feels like maybe there's some deception here, maybe some self-deception with this Seven of Cups in the reverse. We got two sevens here, which is 14, which is 5, which represents some sort of change. A little bit of numerology there, but yeah, so there's some sort of change happening. Something I feel like you need to change. You need to change your energy up, or you need to start finding other people with different energy than what you're used to, and just taking what you know and maybe, you know, giving it back to yourself, or giving it to someone else, or just really just trying to find the balance of where you fit in, and maybe even just making up your own stuff. Like, maybe it's time to be single or whatever if you're in a crappy situation. But yeah, all right, well, we've got a few more cards here. The Two of Swords flipped up for me, so I'm going to take that. We got a couple more cards here as well. So the Two of Swords is about making up your mind. And I feel like Yeah, I feel like this is the time to make a decision. It feels like you've been vacillating back and forth. I said Libra energy before. I'm getting a Libra energy also from this Two of Swords. So, you know, trying to like figure out relationships and stuff. This feels like a relationship kind of thing. Just like a mental state as well, overall. So let's see what the clarification on the Two of Swords is. This is a Death card reversed. So this is like you're not... I feel like Spirit's being like, hey, are you being... Are you looking at whatever is happening as like a positive change? Because like it's gonna happen anyways, and you can either, you know, embrace change or you can get blindsided by it. So it's kind of your choice. Like you have a choice here, but this does indicate transformation. This is like a new life. This is something else coming into your life, but you're maybe just not accepting it, and things happen whether or not we accept them. So let's see what this last card is. It's the Empress. Yes, perfect. Yeah, step into your Empress energy. Step into your divine feminine energy. Get grounded. Like, I always feel with the Empress, it's very Taurus energy because ruled by Venus. And just go on the grass. Go stomp your feet on the grass. Do a log roll if you're feeling like anxious or something. Like that really helps. It seems like such a childish thing, but just like getting on your back and like rolling side over side, like, you know, just on your lawn or wherever, and just feeling that grounding and kind of like moving your bones around. It's things that you don't usually feel. It can actually like unblock a lot of energy, and it can bring a lot of vitality back into your body if you are feeling a little bit less vital these days. All right, so that's just a little bit of that. So let's jump into your sacred symbols and see what comes up for you. Let's see. Oh, nope. Let's see what comes up for Leo. Oh yeah, I got my Leo here. There you go, perfect. Just a reminder that it's Leo. All right, so what does Spirit want Leo to know? What does Leo need to know for this week? What does Leo need to know for this week? Thank you. Fire. So yes, this is like getting that fire back in your body, like going to your root chakra and really kind of, you know, focusing that energy there, feeling that serpent, that coiled serpent, like and feeding it your breath, and just really like pushing that energy up, because you need to have that fire from somewhere. You need to have that grounding. You have to have earth elements. You need to have that grounding in order to transmute it, change it into something new. And that's this fire element. It's like a changing into something better, into something new. So in this case, it's going to be like earth to air, and that's just how it works. But I'm getting like despite it being fire, I feel like it's a grounding energy. And perfect, we got Dagaz, which is shift. So this is shifting into a new life. This is something happening. Either it can be a catalyst in your own life, or perhaps just a shift in mental attitude. But this is like the dawning of a new day. This is, you know what, like no matter what, you go to bed, you wake up, the sun's up again, and it's a new chance to do whatever you want. So embrace the sun. Maybe it's time to, you know, with this fire and the shift, maybe it's time to like wake up early. I know it's really hard, but wake up early and watch the sunrise. Like, when was the last time you did that? Like, it's a really powerful thing. And if you're on like the East Coast, I mean, you can get some beautiful sunrises on the coast. So let's see what we got coming up here for the next one. What else does Leo need to know this week? What? That's too many. What does Leo need to know this week? One card, please. Thank you. Ooh, the Divine Masculine. Interesting, over top of the Divine Feminine. I was talking about balancing your masculine and feminine. So we got the masculine over the feminine card. So this is, you know, making sure that you're in your power, in your creative power. This is also the root energy and solar plexus energy. And it's just creation. So make sure you're, you know, being creative in some sort of element. Commanding more yourself in your life and taking responsibility for the things that you need in order to bring upon your best life. Like, how else are you going to make it happen unless you do it? Like, things don't just happen. I mean, sometimes they do if you're, you know, in that just plain receptive energy. But if you're in the Divine Masculine, it's like, okay, I need to take charge of my life. I need to do certain things that are going to make me feel better, and really take charge of your emotions here and take charge of your passions. Because I feel like you're maybe not feeling like there's a fire under your ass lately. So yeah, just maybe you got to hit the gym. like even just once. Just hit the gym, get that blood flowing, feel like what it feels like to be revitalized, because I know we've all been kind of stagnant here for a little while. And yeah, let's just get back into it. I'm gonna pick up the runes here. So thank you so much. If you want to stick around for these runes, I'll draw a rune for you. This is a fancy box that I made. Of course, it's got hidden key design. I make these in my workshop. This one is oak and ash, which I have burned and set in the top there. Very nice. And yeah, it's for sale, so check it out on my website. Let's see what we got. Just gotta do a plug for my various boxes and services. You know how it is. Gotta hustle. All right, so let's see what energy wants to work. What energy needs to work with Leo this week? What energy needs to work with Leo this week? What energy needs to work with Leo this week? Please and thank you. Thank you. And the rune is, ooh, the protection rune in the reverse. So I always kind of forget the name of this one. It's Algas. And page 80. I'm gonna read directly from the book because like the runes are amazing, but I have not memorized all of them yet. I've been working with them for a while, but you know, I just haven't memorized all of it. Oh, I just saw 21. All right, so reversed. Be thoughtful about your health. Look carefully at all your associations, be thoughtful about your health. Look carefully at all associations you form at this time, and do not add to the burdens others are carrying. If you see fit to become involved with people who are using you, remain conscious of the fact and take responsibility for your own position. Then you can only benefit. Regardless of whether your enterprise prospers or suffers, do not be concerned. You may not win, but you will never lose, for you will always learn from what takes place. Temperance and courtesy are the sinews of this rune's protective powers. Now, this is an interesting rune because it is all about protection. That is the symbol for protection. But the true protection is taking care of yourself, taking care of your own shit, making sure everything's in line. Make sure you haven't, like, you know, angered somebody and you've amassed bad karma, because that's usually when negative things happen to you. When you're doing horrible Karma Sutra and you have this cloud of negative energy around you. Also be aware of your thoughts. Positive thoughts are a great protection. Also, you can do circle rituals and invoking rituals, all that kind of stuff, banishing rituals. You can do anything, and you are a magical being. So just remember that, and remember you are protected by the universe no matter what, and you've made it this far, so you're gonna make it even further. All right, so Leo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you really did like it, please let me know down below. And if you want a private reading, I have those on my website too. Starting at a very low sliding scale. And yeah, I hope you enjoy your weekend and your week. And well, I'll see you next week. Peace.